Herzlich willkommen und ein fröhliches Hallo von auch im Heringway. Wir spielen Virtue's Last Reward weiter und bevor wir hier unser Abenteuer fortsetzen, erstmal noch ein, zwei Gedanken am Rande. Zunächst einmal, das hier ist eine komplett neue Aufnahmesitzung für mich, also das letzte Video ist für mich schon ein paar Tage her. Ich muss jetzt erstmal selber wieder meine Gedanken sortieren. Was haben wir beim letzten Mal alles gemacht? Wir hatten das zweite A-B-Game gespielt. Wir haben diesmal festgestellt, dass nur Quark die 9 Punkte erreicht hat, aber dadurch, dass Quark verschwunden ist, hat bisher noch keiner die Tür mit der Nummer 9 geöffnet. Das heißt, die ganze Sache geht jetzt erstmal noch weiter. Wir laufen mit Pfeil ein bisschen durch die Gegend und suchen nach Quark. Genauso wie die anderen vermutlich auch nach Quark suchen. Zumindest war das, glaube ich, so... Ja, darauf hatten wir uns geeinigt, oder? Ich denke ja irgendwie schon. Wir sind zwischenzeitlich Termiucci begegnet, der uns einige interessante Dinge nicht gesagt hat, aber so angedeutet hat, sodass wir, naja, in jedem Fall jetzt wissen, dass bei ihm, also dass er ein paar Dinge natürlich noch mehr, im Endeffekt wissen wir es bei fast allen, dass sie mehr Dinge wissen, als sie uns gegenüber sagen möchten. Das ist echt ein bisschen anstrengend. Irgendwie scheinen alle Leute hier besser informiert zu sein als wir selbst. Aber na gut. Selbst Fei ist besser informiert, aber scheinbar weiß sie ja nicht mal, warum sie besser informiert ist. Aber, na gut. Okay, was soll's. Ich wollte noch ein, zwei Anmerkungen machen. Eure Kommentare sind super toll, die ihr zwischenzeitlich immer wieder unter die Videos setzt und so. Und ich hatte es ja schon mal erwähnt, ich mag das echt, wie ihr euch da auch selbstständig Gedanken macht und wie ihr teilweise Gedanken entwickelt, auf die ich nicht mal beim selber Spielen damals gekommen bin. Also, ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, vielleicht gehe ich immer ein bisschen zu naiv an solche Spiele ran oder so. Ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher. Aber oftmals, selbst wenn ich ganz viele Dinge hier mir so durchlese und so weiter und so fort, ich kann mir da meistens nicht sofort einen Reim drauf machen oder Reim draus machen. Und vielleicht denke ich auch nicht so gezielt drüber nach oder so, wie es vielleicht wäre, wenn ich mir einfach nur so ein halbstündiges Video anschauen würde, wo ich dann halt nochmal Zeit habe, um drüber nachzudenken. Aber ja, über die meisten Sachen, die sich dann zum Ende hin aufdröseln, da war ich dann schon sehr überrascht, dass sich das so und so entwickelt hat. Klar hat man hier und da dann immer irgendwann sein Aha-Erlebnis, wo man dann quasi gesehen denkt, so und nicht anders muss es sein und dann im Endeffekt kommt es auch so. Aber nun gut, ihr seid, also gefühltermaßen sind ein paar von euch mir da durchaus ein bisschen voraus. Fast schon ein bisschen schade. Ich meine, was Theorien und so weiter angeht, ich halte mich da jetzt auch bewusst zurück, so was das Beantworten solcher Dinge angeht, wenn ihr mir schreibt. Also es sind auch viele Sachen dabei, die vielleicht ein bisschen zu kreativ sind und die dann jetzt in der Hinsicht nicht wirklich stimmen werden. Aber ein paar andere Dinge, die gehen schon in eine richtige Richtung. Und ja, da könnt ihr euch dann in der Beziehung einfach so ein ganz klein bisschen, glaube ich, schon freuen, wenn ihr dann schlussendlich sagen könnt, aha, das ist ja tatsächlich so. Nun gut, wie dem auch sei, ich wollte noch, achso, ja, was ich noch anmerken wollte, bei der einen Folge, wo wir mit dem Golem gesprochen hatten, der uns vieles erzählt hat über die Roboter, die in dieser Einrichtung hier vor sich hin vegetieren und ihre Verbindung zu Zero und so weiter und so fort. Der ganze Kladderadatsch mit dem chinesischen Zimmer und so weiter und so fort. Im Endeffekt habt ihr es euch wahrscheinlich auch selber gedacht, aber ich sag's jetzt nochmal einfach so. Das sind jetzt nicht einfach so Gedankenspiele oder Gedankenexperimente, die das Spiel jetzt neu erfunden hätte oder irgendwie sowas in der Art. Das Spiel bedient sich sehr vieler Dinge, die auch tatsächlich einen wissenschaftlichen oder philosophischen Hintergrund haben oder so. So natürlich auch die Geschichte mit dem chinesischen Zimmer. Ich kann wirklich nur empfehlen, wenn ihr euch nur andeutungsweise für den Kram interessiert, der hier in dem Spiel abgeht, dann googelt wirklich mal nach der einen oder anderen Begrifflichkeit oder lest euch auf Wikipedia mal die Artikel dazu oder so. Das ist wirklich sehr interessant, wenn man sich da mal ein bisschen näher mit beschäftigt. Nichtsdestotrotz, vergesst bitte nicht, das hier ist immer noch ein Videospiel. Also hier werden manche Dinge natürlich auch manchmal ein bisschen vereinfachter dargestellt oder vielleicht auch ein bisschen sehr konstruiert dargestellt, so wie es, mit der wirklichen Welt oder mit wirklichen Überlegungen vielleicht nicht hundertprozentig übereinstimmt oder irgendwie sowas in der Art. Aber das hatten wir in Nine Hours, Nine Purses, Nine Doors ja im Endeffekt auch. Wie gesagt, das hier ist im Endeffekt immer noch Unterhaltungssoftware. Hier werden viele Dinge auch in den Raum geworfen und so, die alle natürlich einen fundierten Hintergrund haben, aber naja, seid da vielleicht ein bisschen vorsichtig, wie ihr die einzelnen Geschichten bewertet und wie ihr das dann auch zum Schluss bewerten werdet. Ich weiß jetzt schon, also anhand eurer Kommentare, ich kann das durchaus einschätzen, wie es dann laufen wird. Ich weiß jetzt schon, dass einige Leute am Ende des Spiels dann mit erhobenem Zeigefinger im Kommentarbereich dastehen werden und so sagen werden, na, aber das Spiel hat da jetzt aber wirklich so ein bisschen... Das ist jetzt nicht so logisch, wie es sein müsste. Natürlich nicht. Also, das ist immer noch ein Spiel von Japanern und die sind da halt manchmal ein bisschen freier in ihrer Denkweise, sagen wir es mal so. Nichtsdestotrotz, also ich persönlich finde die Geschichte trotzdem irgendwie auf ihre Art, und wenn man das jetzt einfach mal so für bare Münze nimmt, was hier abgeht, auf ihre Art ist sie rund. Irgendwie. Also ich finde jetzt nicht, dass da so viel so verschwurbelt ist, dass man irgendwie die Befürchtung haben müsste, das ergibt alles hinten und vorne keinen Sinn. Aber okay, das ist nur meine Sichtweise. Keine Ahnung. Müsst ihr dann sehen, wie ihr das Ganze schlussendlich bewerten werdet. Okay, so, lange Rede, kurzer Sinn. Wir machen weiter. Und stehen mit Phi und Sigma jetzt, glaube ich, vor den nächsten Chromatic Doors.
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. Jo. Floor A, Floor B. Ergibt Sinn. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti.
Memento mori, if the ninth line ate the sun. Das wurde beim letzten Spieldurchgang nur kurz mal eingeblendet. Hatte keiner was von euch zugesagt oder so, aber naja.
There was one on floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
Okay, Graffiti ist wieder nicht interessant. Na gut, dann halt nicht. What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing. Just going with the flow, you know? Seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah. Did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It closes for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
Close for good, huh? I had to admit, I'd kind of forgotten that detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Phi here so I can kill her?
What?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose ally. If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Ugh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that...
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Phi and I would need to pair up with the green solo, which is Luna.
Right.
That means the other three would be in the same team as before. Tamuji, Clover, and Quark. We know that Tamuji is a red solo, and Clover is a cyan pair, so...
The only one left is the other cyan pair, so we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everybody else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Phi.
Right. On my way.
Kleines Problem. Dadurch, dass wir jetzt die Teams wissen, im Endeffekt, können wir uns auch schon denken, worauf die ganze Sache hinausläuft. Dio und Kay. Dio und Kay gegen Alice. Alice ist tot. Alice, dadurch, dass sie nicht wählen kann, ihre Stimme wird automatisch als Ally gewertet. Das heißt, sowohl Kay als auch Dio können mit der nächsten Runde und mit Betray, nein, sogar mit Ally können sie, glaube ich, mittlerweile doch die Punkte erreichen, oder? Sie kommen auf 9 Punkte. Das könnte sich eventuell noch als Problem herausstellen. Eventuell. Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah?
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the 9th line ate the sun. I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but... Oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled 9th wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Vielleicht hat's nur der Praktikant von Zero geschrieben. Weiß man ja nicht. Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. They just put an extra E in there?
Exactly.
That's kind of a bonehead mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Vielleicht ist es ja wieder ein Anagramm oder so? Remember death. If the ninth line ate the sun. Huh.
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time.
Ja, was quatscht ihr auch so lange?
We should get moving.
Right. Außerdem seid ihr doch gleich da. Also mein Gott. Stell dich nicht so an. Die anderen werden jetzt schon nicht weggelaufen sein. Hoffentlich. Nächstes Problem übrigens, dadurch, dass Quark nicht da ist, also außer die anderen haben ihn jetzt gefunden, dann kommen Termiucci und Clover nicht weiter. Weil ihnen fehlt ja das Armband. Hallo? Hallo? Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah. Guess you've got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what?
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah. Gut aufgepasst, Foy. What do you think she was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts. So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
Phi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard. The sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around! Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what? Pray tell, what's that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah, this whole thing kinda sucks, right? Come on! This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a blood-stained handkerchief there? Or something along those lines.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or, wait, maybe someone just dropped it. Or they could have thrown it here.
And
You want more?
you're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone, except for Clover and Kay, was go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. Yeah, I know, we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't. Wait,
Finally figured it out, huh?
hoppla. Dum 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 dum. No way. The AB room moved?
Yeah.
Was it that crane?
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. For the third time, Phi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began "To Milkman."
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So, what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then when the room was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body. But we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Dio Jr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders, and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Senior? Even if she was, though I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Senior, couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first get out of the AB rooms all the way till we found the old lady's body. You, me and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then the room must have been moved. Of course! Huh, why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We are her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight?
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
Hey, Fi. I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Sigma. Phi. There you are.
Kay.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news. Luna. Luna is dead. She's in room 2 in the crew quarters. The same room where Alice was murdered.
Hoppla. Und auf einmal wiederholt sich Geschichte doch. In unserem letzten Spieldurchgang war Luna auch tot. Aber sie ist gleichzeitig mit Alice gestorben. Warum jetzt auf einmal die Verzögerung? This was the third time I touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake, and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead and pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists, so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck. I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes?
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all. And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I'd imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence. But...
Hey,
Alles logisch, was er irgendwie sagt, aber trotzdem...
how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed.
Hoppla.
The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then, did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
Ist das wirklich so? Ich weiß gar nicht. Im ersten Moment hätte ich zuerst gedacht, wenn ich der Killer wäre, dann würde ich doch zuerst auf das Messer zurückgreifen. Weil bis ich mit der komischen Pistole, also mit der Injektionswaffe herumgefummelt habe und so weiter und so fort, da könnte das Opfer doch schon längst in Verteidigungsposition gegangen sein, beziehungsweise sich schneller in Sicherheit gebracht haben oder so. Würde ich so denken. Ein Messer ist... Ja, du stichst auf jemanden ein und tust ihm sofort weh. Bei der Injektionsdingens, da musst du ja erstmal so richtig zielen und so, und das ist ja schon sehr markant, wie ihr Hals getroffen wurde. Sehe ich das verkehrt? Ich weiß es nicht. So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No, I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless. So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open the door, I'm sure they show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
if you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right, yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Ach, jetzt fällt es den Charakteren auch auf. Oh! Oh shit! Tenmyoji is a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time. How much time do we have left? Oh no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. Ja, und so begaben wir uns auf die lange Reise in die untere Etage und hofften gar sehr, dass Quark sich tatsächlich angefunden hat. Vielleicht ja, vielleicht nein. Genaues weiß man nicht. Aber gut, okay. Ich finde jetzt nicht wirklich, dass Fei daran Schuld trägt oder so. Es ist in der Tat viel passiert und wir mussten viele untersuchen und weiß der Teufel was. Also, naja, gut, okay. Vielleicht hätten wir trotzdem unsere Prioritäten überdenken sollen, aber mein Gott, hier passiert so viel komischer Kram, dass man durchaus auch mal das eine oder andere aus den Augen verlieren kann. Zumal es uns ja nicht unmittelbar betrifft. Wir können ja weitermachen. Hust, hust. Aber na gut, okay. Ist es fies, so zu denken? Ich weiß nicht genau. Vielleicht sollten wir ein bisschen egoistischer hier zu Werke gehen. Ich meine, im Endeffekt geht es immer noch um unser Überleben. Oder nicht? So. Ja.
Chromatic doors have opened.
Und da sind die weißen Türen also aufgegangen. Und wie das Ganze jetzt weitergeht und wie die Gruppe so aussieht und ob Quark angefunden wurde oder auch nicht, das erfahren wir dann halt beim nächsten Mal, wenn es weitergeht mit Virtue's Last Reward. Ja, ich finde das ein guter, schöner Punkt, um eine kleine Pause einzulegen. Und ja, dann wird's spannend. Ob wir uns jetzt gleich von 2 Leuten quasi gesehen verabschieden dürfen, weil Termiucci und Clover nicht weitermachen können. Oder ob sich seltsamerweise Quark angefunden hat oder wie auch immer. Naja, wir werden sehen. Für den Moment soll es also erstmal wieder gewesen sein. Und ich sage dann einfach mal Tschö mit Ö und hoffentlich bis ganz, ganz bald.